I guess I hold the baubles. I can either like Grapeshot for 3 next turn, or get extra surveils, and if they kill my channeler, I still get double surveil anyways. I'm posting all my leagues on YouTube. I don't think all of them make the YouTube. I have an editor that does it too. He doesn't do all of them, but most of them. Okay, Murktide is the matchup that did defeat us earlier. I think I like keeping the Mutagenic Growth. It's one of the better cards in the matchup, and can protect my channeler here potentially. Always from Unholy Heat here, and sometimes from Lightning Bolts. I guess I could have played my second Bauble out so I can peek at my top card. Alright, so we get to bolt the Shredder. Graveyard land, I guess. As someone who does a lot of brewing with friends graveyard strategies, I'm surprised you want unbanned. The more graveyard decks there are, the more hate there has now become worse. I mean, I don't feel like that's a big point against modern, against it, to be honest. That's always going to be the dynamic of modern. But also as someone who does a lot of brewing with friends graveyard decks, it's like they need a little bit of a buff, in my opinion. They have a big part of modern's format identity, and I think it would be good if they had a little bit of a buff. Bridge would also just not be that scary, but I don't think that's a great point. Like, if they're better, I'm surprised you want to unban, because if graveyard decks are more popular, then graveyard decks get worse. I don't think that's just always how modern is. I think it's good that it's like that too. Should be like that. Okay, if this Manamorphose resolves, we'll probably Grapeshot for 4. 5 now. Be good to find a land off the Manamorphose so we can channel her for another storm count. I guess I can make red-blue. I would probably cast Iteration if I draw it. If I find Lava Dart, I will flash it back before Grapeshotting. Okay, keep that on top, and then just a humble 2 mana 6 damage. Oh, this is lethal. Cool. Oh, this is lethal. Yeah, so I think last time I went -2 Manamorphose into portable hold. Let's try that again. Did lose last time. Did make a couple mistakes though. Yeah, when you get Grapeshot up to like 4, 5, 6, 7 damage, just feels really nice. These things are quick. Yeah, some of them take longer than others though. I'm use the restroom. Be right back. Okay. All right. Keep. My borrower's so mid. Martar, thank you for the 20 months. Appreciate you. Welcome back. So again, usually the order the order of operations is usually Mage into Channeler into Swiftspear. I think that is going to be the order we go again. Maybe Swiftspear is better this turn, because if they cast Bolt, Fetch Shock Bolt, then the Mutagenic Growth is pretty good, but they're also like not locked in on doing that now. Yeah, maybe with possible Bolt up though, it's better to Swiftspear first this turn. Well, they don't. Thoughts on this list over either of your Prowess variants? I mean, I think so. Like, I've been playing mostly this variant lately. I think that this like blue-red version of Breach is the best of the Prowess decks, and I guess it's not too much deeper than that. Maybe it's a little bit deeper than that. No, we're 9-1 on the day. Not that long ago, I can't remember what our record was. It might have been like 13-2, but we had like a really, really great day with a list that was very close to this and was something I liked a lot. And the deck has just continuously performed super well. And like there are other variants, like there's the Lubomancer version, which is pretty different. There's the mono red version, which is theoretically better if burn and maybe the mirror get popular. There's the Phoenix version with Ledger Shredder, which I always thought was pretty underplayed. But this is the best in my opinion. Okay, I don't think they can get Delirium. I'm just gonna flash back the Dart, I think. I guess specifically Grapeshot's extra breach or much. So I feel super confident you want 4 breach at this point. At this point, I just can't imagine not going back to less than 4 breaches. And then I also feel like the first Grapeshot is great. I think that I'm very happy with the first copy of Great. I always have the second spell pierce. But I think that the second copy could be another card if you wanted it to be. Okay, so I guess I will get Sacred Foundry because we do have the portable holes in the deck. Although maybe my life total being lower because I'm going to go for like the Breach Mutagenic Growth plan next turn. That could be more relevant. Although we're able to beat like their life total is only 12, so this is probably better. How much is Grapeshot usually cast for? I mean, it's like beyond. Oh, dude, Hearse is so good against this. Damn it. I guess I'm still casting it. And hoping to... No, if I mill over one more 0-drop, they just hearse me. Fuck. Dart is interesting. Dart is very interesting. Problem is I don't currently have Delirium. Man, Dart would have made my like Breach cast line a lot better too, unfortunately. I guess like I could have flashed back the Dart already, which puts it to 3. I get 2 more surveils just like digging for Bolt, and now they get to hearse the Dart, but then going down to lands when I just have the Breach in my hand doesn't feel correct either. It's close. Close for sure. They notably didn't crack the Delta. They've already played 2 Spell Pierces. If we get got by another one, good beats. Okay, drawing a land here is very, very important. We do, if they target the Growth Bolt, then we do need to surveil something else into the yard here, but we're definitely not unlikely to do so. Miss. Miss. Bummer. We can still cast our Soul-Scar Mage. Then to a Lightning Bolt if they have one, unfortunately. And I think I'm going to attack with everything. I think trading Swiftspear for 2 damage is correct when putting them down to 3, you know. I'm glad they brought in the portable holes, seeing that they brought in the Hearse. Although they just always bring in Hearse, I guess. Dead to Bolt. Dead to them getting 3, and they can't kill. They shouldn't kill me with the Hearse plus Murktide here. Yeah, just bummer to hit land off the surveil there, I guess. Well, they're not immediately casting Lightning Bolt and attacking with their Murktide, so they probably don't have a Bolt, which is good news. What could they be thinking about? Wow, sacrificing their fetch is interesting. For a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Main phasing that doesn't make any sense. That's probably not what they meant to do. They're tapping 2 blue mana 3 blue mana? Ledger Shredder, 1 mana available. Can't attack. Alright, huge top deck for us. We're definitely going to cast it. We're looking, I guess, mostly for Lava Dart to, like, keep Delirium after they hearse. Or maybe just, like, bolt and draw it and cast it on them. Okay, so let me keep Manamorphose on top. Keep Manamorphose on top. Second main phase, correct the Bauble so I don't have to send in my channelers, only for them to shrink my channelers, go to 1. And then I can draw this Manamorphose and then try to use it to find a Lava Dart or Bolt to kill my opponent with. So it definitely has nothing. It doesn't because of the hearse, right? So their hand is probably a white card, or maybe this was just a mistake, but like Ledger Shredder plus presumably like Teferi or Path or something. Any thoughts of attack with everything? Leaves them at 1. I don't like that puts me dead to like just them being able to crew the hearse, you know? So I do think I want to play this now, so that I don't give them double connive potentially. Although, okay, so if I bolt them now, they counterspell back. I'm actually dead to the card counterspell because they counter the bolt, and then they can hearse the counterspell, attack me for 9. I guess it only matters if they connive a land away. Nubs the 5-pack. Thank you. If you gotta get this Nubs, make sure to thank him. So I think I just let it go, or you know, continue. Spell. The reason the bolt now is Spell Pierce, of course. Yeah, I don't think there's much reason to not just like bolt into turn. I guess bolt up my turn makes this a lethal attacker. Okay, awesome. Kind of looks like a slow roll, but I was dead to counterspell. I was dead to counterspell if I didn't do this. Thanks again, Nubs. If I brew a Shielder to Modern, no, I think the card's probably not something you should brew around a Modern. It's a 4-mana creature that very fragile to removal and doesn't line up well against a lot of the decks in the format. But it's also a very good card. Okay, let's keep this. I know it's a 1-lander, but we have almost all 1-drops. The discard, your opponent's discard, you get to do things. Yeah, Waste Not. I think in a Waste Not deck, like, what's cool is like a Waste Not deck is wanting to wheel a lot, right? And then Waste Not also makes black mana that casts Shieldred faster potentially. I think Shieldred wins the game. Oh, we're playing against the Insect deck. Let's go. I think, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dart on the upkeep to try to find a land. You get to gain 2 life though. Seems like, let me tell you what your games you're playing against Murktide. How much the meta is that? Murktide is the most popular deck. It's definitely not the best deck. Maybe you could argue that it is. It's very popular though. We played against it twice today out of our 11 matches. So only twice today, but there was a while, especially during the All Access Pass. People just love to play like blue-red counterspell Ragavan decks. You know what I mean? It's just very popular. Uh-oh. Oh, fuck. I'll take a draw, I guess. Good win anyways. We'll bring in Shattering Sprees for game 2. Trying to get Delirium here. Get those Prowess triggers. Delirium is pretty important. Don't find it, though. Can get it next turn with Grapeshot, I guess. Would I consider to be the best deck if not Murktide? I think that you could make an argument for Murktide, Creativity, Hammer Time. Okay, they do get to resolve that. Murktide, Creativity, Hammer Time. But I just don't think that there's a clear best deck. I think that there's a lot of there's a lot of decks that are like really really good right now and underplayed, like Rhinos and Yawgmoth. That are I would probably say like I would think like Rhinos has one of the highest win rates of decks that there sees almost no play right now. But people are like mostly bored of playing Rhinos, but I think Rhinos is so good. Scam is really good too. You can make an argument for Scam, I guess. So I can go Flashback, Dark, Grapeshot, Definite, Delirium, kill the Haywire Might. I guess that's fine. I can cast the Dart from Prowess triggers later. Yeah, I know Rhinos is really boring to play. It's very very boring. Man, that feels bad to Graveyard. I guess I actually keep it on top. Just one of the better draws in the deck, you know. Like I'm getting Delirium off this Grapeshot going to the yard. Yeah, Rakdos Sacrifice is also, like, you know, it's a brew of mine. I've played like 15 leagues, and I have almost an 80% win rate with that deck, and just nobody plays it, you know what I mean? Iconoclast and Sprite Dragon are interchangeable. I think with this build, Sprite Dragon is better. It's very marginal, doesn't matter a ton, I think. But I do think in this build, Dragon's better with the full 4 breaches. Yeah, the Rakdos Sacrifice deck is so good. It's not played at all. They get Relic of Progenitus. Pretty good choice. Pops the Relic. They also get a cantrip looking for more lands. Our top card is Manamorphose. So let's draw the Manamorphose, cast a Lava Dart, kind of look for a land to be able to Manamorphose, hopefully get Delirium next turn. It's also a Prowess trigger. I guess we graveyard that. We can play the Soul-Scar Mage into the Chalice for Delirium purposes. We can also flashback the Lava Dart, which would give us land in the yard. So I guess if I miss my draw for land, I'd probably just go all in here. Oh well. I don't know if this is tough. I think I'm just gonna attack. The fact that a land just lets me double spell here is so important. And my opponent's also not doing anything. Yeah. Weird game, huh? You can't cast the Aether Vial because of the Chalice. It's funny. So Dart is still not lethal. If I get Delirium, I think I'll just go ahead and pass a turn, and then next turn I think I can go in on the Dart potentially. They'd be dead if Haywire Might didn't gain 2 life. Okay. Brain Maggot, huh? They should take the Iteration because this guarantees Delirium. Be a funny game to lose. Alright. So I think that my opponent will be... They'll be chump blocking if we get Delirium. We need Sorcery, Enchantment, Artifact. Sprite Dragon is probably the best draw. I guess I should actually just Dart here. To try to like find Sprite Dragon for lethal. I only have 2 copies. But what do you know? Oh, it's not lethal because I don't have Delirium. That's right. But they have to chump block Swiftspear. They go to 2 and I have a Sprite Dragon in play. That Grapeshot was also lethal there. Yeah, you have like a Breach combo with Grapeshot, but Grapeshot is just a lot of damage for 2 mana that works well with Breach and your Prowess plan. The first copy is really good. I would basically always play the first copy. I don't think you can play more than that. Okay, my opponent's just dying instead of living. Hashtag relatable. Bring in the Shattering Sprees. Probably just cutting the... Mutagenic Growths are pretty good. Maybe they bring in more relics. We can go like Trim a Breach... Trim a Growth. Trim a Bauble. try that. I think on the draw, like Magus, I think you really just went against Tron and Titan. When you bring in Magus, you're diluting your deck. You have no basic island either. We're on the draw. They are an Urza Saga deck. I think we're just not supposed to play it though. Oh, this is 61. Oh, sorry, I meant to cut this third growth. Sorry. No good, no mentor, no happy. You're supposed to type exclamation point deck, then bad, then buy. Is how you can leave that feedback more efficiently. My opinion, don't trim non-1 CMC things for Chalice. I mean, I brought in 3 answers to Chalice. I also don't know like what 1 CMC thing we're supposed to be trimming either. Like, I think you need, like, because we're playing only 2 dragons, like, it's really hard to ever trim on creatures in this deck. You could, though. You could. It's tough. They got Hex Parasite over there. Yeah, you can also say, yeah, deck bad on sub. Name a 1-mana artifact creature, they have it. Haywire Might. A Changeling Automaton. What? No, they do have Haywire Might. Unlucky, TBH. We could just Shattering Spree both of these, then we're kind of cool to Chalice. Although, I guess what's nice is my hand is all 2-drops, so that's actually probably just fine. I should have played the Steam Vents though. That was a mistake. Because I want to be able to play a land off Iteration next turn. Yeah, so this is Insect Tribal. There's a few different builds running around, but they mostly like you like mulligan to Grist and you plus Grist and you make a lot of tokens and hope for the best. Did I work on Anvil combo? I haven't played the deck in a long time. I also really liked the Anvil with the Semblance Anvil deck. Yes, I'm working on a couple different versions for that. I think that the direction that's most interesting me is playing Tron lands, Expedition map, and alongside Ancient Stirrings plus Karn the Great Creator. All right, let's see how many insects they get. Just 1. Good deck, huh? Because like one of the biggest issues for me with the I should have just Manamorphosed first. We'll be okay. One of the biggest issues for me in the Semblance Anvil combo deck though is like not being able to overwhelm counterspells with your mana, because you can really only deploy 1 payoff a turn. All right, so I guess I'm gonna go hand bottom exile. Start this. It's 4 power, right? That is like regular Tron. Yeah, but it's regular Tron that has access to like turn 3 combo kill and a lower mana curve, and not reliant on always having access to Tron mana. I've been kind of stuck on the list though, because I think you have to cut Cathodian for that version, or like you could play like a Cathodian as a Karn target or something. But like the mana, building the mana is weird too, so it's just I'm a little stuck on it, but I'm working on it like usual. Going well, Todd. We're 10-1 on the day with Prowess. And we're beating up on the poor insect player. This is endurance? Okay, I guess we dart the endurance, so any block is a trade now. They probably do have to trade endurance for dragon here. Onicult Anvil's a deck. I love the deck, not sure it changed. Yeah, not too much. And like I like the Anvil deck a lot when Luris was legal. Luris banning was so sad for the Onicult Anvil deck. And then like I just keep trying to find versions of the deck that aren't playing as much burn, but like the really burn heavy version is easily the best. Still get Jegantha. Yeah, this isn't even an insect. Off tribe, huh? Man, Modern Horizons 2 really ruined it for the cruel harpooner players, huh? Or did they make it good because you get to play an insect payoff now? Probably can't go too wrong with this pile. I think I'm going to go hand, bottom, exile, bolt the harpooner, and then try to have a reasonable breach turn next turn with this Manamorphose. How does Insect Trouble be counterspell Grist? Cavern of Souls does make Grist uncounterable. Now this deck isn't great. I'm going to play something else today. Well, we've been at it for almost 4 hours, so I think we're probably pivoting to Dark Souls after this league. We'll see. All right. The first Grist gave them only 1 insect. This one gave them 2. Tribal deck paid off, baby. That's what it's all about. Getting 2 insects off your Grist. Yeah. This deck has done well in challenges though. This is not like, it's not a complete meme, but it's also like a really, really bad matchup for my opponent. You name insect with cavern, and then it's uncounterable. Grist is an insect creature everywhere but the battlefield, including the stack and your hand, and in your mom's house. So I should have played the dragon, or no, sorry, no, I have to do it like this way. Never mind. Probably can't ignore Grist out of respect, but we also probably could out of just not needing to really kill it. Yeah, Grist is Underworld Breach is one of the worst designed Magic cards of all time. Grist is one of the best designed Magic cards of all time. No! I mean, they just trade, but rest in peace, sweet Sprite Dragon. What I changed about Underworld Breach if I could redesign it? I would make it a the first thing I do is make it a sorcery. The second thing I would do is like literally, why is it an enchantment? I would start it off by making it a sorcery. There'd likely be other changes. Theros is the enchantment block, so enchantment. Madman, thank you for Twitch Prime. Thank you. I might just go Breach, Bauble, Grapeshot for 3, Ping Ping, deal you 1. I think instead I'll go Mage, Grapeshot, kill this, and then have 2 Prowess creatures in play for next turn. Should be fine either way. Thank you, Madman. Welcome from the YouTube channel. Love all the YouTube viewers. It wouldn't work as a sorcery. It would just be worse past in flames. It wouldn't be worse. It's 2 mana. What are you talking about? It's 2 mana. Why is it bad? It's enchantment. It's bad that you get to give the card from escape. You get to escape the same card over and over again. I think that's the biggest flaw in the design. And if it was intentional, it's just a mistake. But making it a sorcery just gives everything that's currently in the graveyard escape. And then you can put more cards in and still use them to fuel the cards that already exist. But it would just be so much more reasonable. Yeah, you could also change the escape mechanic to where, like, you know, if it gets exiled if it goes back to the yard, but I don't know. It's just, I just hate it so much. So you're saying Yawgmoth's Will is a good design card? Well, no, but what I'm saying is taking Yawgmoth's Will and making it mostly better is one of the worst designs you've ever seen, or I've ever seen. Anyone's ever seen. Like that's the thing about Magic, right? When you make a mistake the first time, like Yawgmoth's Will, it's more, it's okay. Like, it's okay to make a mistake, and it's also okay to make a mistake with Breach, but mistakes are easier to make when you've never made them, you know? Yawgmoth's Will was a huge design mistake. It's a big problem. It's too powerful. Black Lotus, Lion's Eye Diamond. But these are things that are, like, especially the Lion's Eye Diamond interaction, should be, like, less obvious. And even Yawgmoth's Will has, like, even back then, it has the built-in clause where if something goes to the graveyard, it gets exiled. Like, there's some safety valve on the Underworld Breach card, or on the Yawgmoth's Will card. But then you take Yawgmoth's Will, you make it cost 1 less mana, and then you could just get to replay the same card over and over again. It's just so ridiculous. Freeze, it just should have been so obvious, and it's okay. Like, it's been a long time. I'm not trying to just dunk on the designers, I guess. Just trying to point out, like, why I dislike the design. I think I'll put back the darts. We're gonna need our lands for the breach. Yeah, they could have upped the escape cost to 4 or 5, true, but that's why it's so bad. And there's a lot of cards from this era that just don't have downsides. You know what I mean? That's the biggest issue with, like, the Fire Design era, is that. Okay, I think establishing Sprite Dragon is really what's important in this matchup. So I'm gonna wait a turn on the old Bird Bolt. A lot of the things with, like, Fire Design is, like, a lot of these cards would have downsides, or they would like not have a line of text on them, but they just have all the text possible. Sprite Dragon's from that era. Yeah, I mean, Sprite Dragon's really good. I mean, obviously not every single card from that era, but a lot of them. Well, got Breach, Ban, and Pioneer. Lotus Field combo. It was really good in Lotus Field combo. Wall of Roots. Well, I didn't know we were playing against Yawgmoth when I put back that Lava Dart. Maybe we'll draw another one. Okay, so my opponent does have Yawgmoth. That's a problem. One thing I can do about it is I can just play my other Sprite Dragon. If they block with Wall, I growth the Swiftspear. Otherwise, I growth here. I deal them 5, 7 damage down to 8. Then I have a Bolt in my hand with 2 Sprite Dragons. Yeah, I mean, just bolting a creature doesn't do anything. I think this is really my only line. They take 2 less if I kill here, but I think killing the Wall is fine. It makes, like, Court of Calling a lot worse, too. If you stifle the Breach trigger, I think it should trigger again the next instep. That's how those effects usually work. Good to draw both dragons against Yawgmoth too. It's like your best dragon matchup. Okay, pretty good draw. So I guess we now bolt the bird. Not really any point in attacking with a Swiftspear because Yawgmoth has protection from humans. So if I bolt this bird now, then they sack 2. Maybe I bolt them. Maybe we just let this go. They might get Dryad Arbor here. Okay, so if I bolt this bird, they go down to 7, kill here. And then they're just dead. If I bolt them, they sack here. They sack Dryad Arbor, sack here, chomp. Yeah, I just have to bolt the bird. It's okay though. Easy enough. What are these decks bad matchups? I don't even really freaking know. like blue-white control is maybe what I'm the most afraid of, and so that's maybe not great advice for everyone's local FNM, which is 100% blue-white control. Murktide is like a close matchup. We're 1-1 against it today. It's not something I'm too terrified of. I feel like there's one that's kind of. Maybe Etron is tough. Fury's pretty scary. I'm not really that scared of. I think with 4 Underworld Breaches, you just like are not that scared of Scam, and Mutagenic Growth is also really good against Fury, and you can also just like if you only have 1 creature, it's not that scary either. Be afraid of Solitude decks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. But the idea, Underworld Breach makes you really, really good against removal. Like, a lot of the common fears you would traditionally have with a list like that, like this, kind of evaporate because of this plan. I think I'm going to cut a Breach, trim a Morphos, probably trim a Mage, too. I don't know if we cut 2 or not. I think we can cut 2. Maybe we could have cut the 3rd growth. About Lantern Control? I don't know. Lantern Control is not a very scary deck in general. It's probably not a good matchup. Thought on 2-2 split of Portable Hole Change of Rocks. Yeah, Change of Rocks is something you could play. It would make the Murktide matchup better, so... We were talking about it earlier. I like the idea, at least. I'm just not necessarily sold on it. But, because, like, Portable Hole does also hit Unlicensed Hearse and Rest in Peace, if those are relevant. But that's also a good reason for, like, Prismatic Ending, too. Against Blue-White Control, Prismatic Ending hits Chalice and Rest in Peace. Okay, deck tag for Bolt, Snap Bolt. Blue-Red Drakes and Pioneer. I don't like Jaya very much. It's like your 5th, it's like your 5th 4-drop, which is too many 4-drops, and I think we all want Jaya to be better than she is, but she's just, like, not quite there, a little out of date. I'd probably play one of the haste. Oh, they mulled to 5. Brutal. I think I'm actually gonna go Manamorphose. No, I want to be able to hold a bolt on their turn. I think I want to put the haste jumpstart card. The haste jumpstart card. I think the first copy of that is usually something I'm pretty happy to have access to. So I would likely want to play that over the Jaya, since I don't know, like, that's the card that clearly to me needs to be cut, and I recommend cutting, and I really want access to that other one. Okay, so let's go hand, bottom, exile, and just pass. It's playing Just Guy Control. I also kind of want one more 1-mana removal spell. 1-mana removal spell is very important in this format, of course. I'm gonna bolt the Grist, I think. Oh, damn it, that was Dart. Like, I was just bolt now. Interesting. This is gonna work out better. I can go Swiftspear, Portable Hole, Wall of Roots. Grapeshot, kill Grist. And then attack for 3. That's probably not better. Yeah, I would maybe cut the Obliterating Bolt for just another Strangle. Just being able to kill, like, against mono white, mono green, mono blue. The 1-mana removal is just so important. Like, I think the Bolt could just go to the sideboard. Not that I play a ton of Pioneer, but that's kind of my instinct. Sideboard looks very normal. I don't have too many comments on it. I like the Witness Protection. I like the Abrades. Again, I don't play too much Pioneer these days, so my advice on it is, like, not as important. My advice is not as valuable as someone like Doomwake, All right, hand, bottom, exile. I guess I should have handed the Growth, but we also just have easy lethal here. Seems like a good matchup, huh? Oh, we don't even need the Growth. Jeez. 3060, so we are 12-1 on the day. 12-1 on the day. Where, like, to stream and to do this full time, it's just really important in my mind to always be trying to innovate and grow and improve instead of just, getting stuck and doing the same things over and over again. And as far as the trophy race goes, I think that doing the trophy race just because I'm the trophy race guy and because people like it, is not, that's not the reason I want to do it, because eventually I think that kind of stuff leads to like the death of the channel and burnout of the streamer, if that makes sense. So in a big way, like that's, and I might also just be wrong, but this is like a big part of the reason why I'm doing the Dark Souls no hit runs, is because this is how I'm trying to like grow as a streamer and as a person, and get out of my comfort zone and try to improve. Is I'm trying to get uncomfortable and you know try new things and try variety content. And I think that is like, in my mind, like the investment in myself and the stream in the long run, even if in the short run it like costs that average viewer count. And I don't think it really is going to cost many, if any, subscribers, but that's my attitude at the moment. So they very clearly don't have a hammer at the moment. Am I trying to acquire Dark Souls viewers who aren't here for MTG? I mean, maybe not necessarily Dark Souls viewers, just as much as like, you know, maybe one day someone will come in and they'll just like enjoy my vibe and they'll just like the stream, you know what I mean? So like Dark Souls viewers who are interested in watching more variety content or watching Magic streams, for me, is I guess part of the goal. But ooh, Dex. That was a very reflective answer. Yeah, I mean, I put a lot of thought into it, you know what I mean? This has been, I take the stream very seriously. I love the stream, and I love that, like, you know, like, when I was working, you know, all the different jobs I've worked over my life, it's like, just, like, you just don't get to see the fruits of your labor for most of your average jobs, you know what I mean? You just don't get to reap the benefits of your hard work. And the fact that like I can just put my entire being into the stream, I just love it so much, which is why this is a brutal spell pierce. But that's why I put so much work into it, because I get the rewards, and I take it very seriously. I do a lot of work off stream. I love it. It's awesome. And I want to bring that same energy to variety content, which is why, you know, I'm starting with the Dark Souls no hit run, something that is very, very difficult and requires a lot of work. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know that I can do variety content either. I don't think that it's easy. I agree. It's very difficult to do variety content. But like again, it's just kind of the investment to like to branch out and try new things and grow. Because like even like YouTube, I think, is even like a place where it's just very easy to like not innovate and not try new things and not grow. But I think for streaming, it's just not an option to not try to innovate. I straight up think if you don't try new things when you're streaming, if you don't try to get out of your comfort zone, it can be better for you in the short term, but I think it's like long-term death. Darts, bolt them. 3 more prowess triggers. Bolt them translates to chomp. They make a saga token, hammer, gain 12 life. Yeah, I know soul streams are kind of niche in the same regard, but again, it's also like the Dark Souls stream it's more than just like me trying to variety stream. It's also it is also very much like for me a self-improvement thing. I think it's accomplishing a lot of my goals. All right, 4 portable hole. Yeah, maybe Hammer Time is the bad matchup, but we haven't been playing much against it today. We're bringing the full 4 portable hole and the full 3 Shattering Spree. I think I cut one of the 2 Grapeshots. 3rd Mutagenic Growth, 4th Bauble. 4th Breach. Maybe the Manamorphoses. Maybe a Channeler. I can cut a Channeler because of the Sanctifier and Vex. Never do casual gaming. I'd be open to it. Like, I don't know. I've been reflecting on this a lot. It's definitely the time of year to reflect on yourself and how you can improve. Maybe every time of the year is that time of the year. You know, I credit a lot of my, you know, success on the stream to the fact that I do so much off-stream work, but you know, yesterday I had a ton of fun just playing Cube, and I would really enjoy also like when Hades 2 comes out, or the new FromSoft's Armored Core game comes out, like just doing some more casual playthroughs. And so I never want the off-stream work to go away, but it's also true, like, it doesn't have to be the whole stream. Like, we can do off-stream work for like 4 hours of the stream and like 2 hours of casual. You know, I think that a blend is like certainly viable. All right, Swiftspear, get in. Yeah, I'm so excited for Hades 2. I'm trying not to get too hyped for it, but you just know it's gonna be so good. You just know. It's like it feels like one of those games that it's like impossible to fail for me. Okay, we may just be able to attack through this. Yeah, let's just go Shattering Spree, pay for Sentinel, double Mutagenic Growth after blocks, deal. Each of these will have base 4 power, so 8 plus 4, 12 damage, and they're dead to a future bolt. Why didn't I side out this Scalding Tarn and keep in the third Mutagenic, or this Steam Vince and play the third Mutagenic Growth? Lightning Bolt off the top, Iteration into Bolt. I guess we can draw Jegantha. We only probably get one more draw because they're going to get to Saga, get Shadow Spear at least. I guess Portable Hole is also a really good draw here. Couldn't have Spree for 2. Why would you? They didn't have another target in play. Oh, you wanted a Spree for 2. Extra Spree doesn't give you extra Prowess trigger. The copy doesn't get triggers to a spear, but it does for Spellcraft. Alright, looks like we're dead. Yeah, I think the Portable Hole's really good, despite us not drawing one here and floating out. I also feel really confident about 17 lands in this deck. Most Prowess players play 18, but it's just, I feel 17 is like the way to go. He said I've been brewing with Urza Cabin. I mean, I've been playing Gingerbread Cabin with Shape Anew and in the red-green food deck. Which we may play some red-green food tomorrow if Southern Brewing doesn't go well tonight. Okay, they got Hammer and not Shadow Spear. I mean, obviously they could still have a Shadow Spear. Oh, I'm just dead. Never mind. What am I talking about? Just dead. Okay. Let's see if we can get another 4-1. So we're currently 12-2 on the day. An embarrassing, humiliating record. Okay, there's already a league prediction going. But back-to-back. What is going on? 52% of y'all said yes on Trophy. 1% on 2-3 or worse. I can't believe it was only 1% here. Because, listen, everybody will tune in to twitch.tv/aspiringspike and be like, ooh, this deck looks cool. And then they go to their FNM and they just play Murktide anyways. You know, it's just... That's how modern. This is modern. You tune into twitch.tv/aspiringspike, think, oh, that deck's neat. You're winning a lot. I'm going to just play Murktide instead. Which is fine. That was always allowed. I've seen process with Wear Terror Spree, just too inefficient. I mean, it's fine, especially with the white splash. I don't have a strong opinion on it. Okay, I want to draw that. Yeah, I'm mostly just teasing. What's up with the Twitch Prime and Mr. Win with the 10 again? Thank you. Play exclusively Spike decks, thank you. Yeah, I know a lot of people do play deck side builds. I'm not really Serious. I will say though, if you have, I guess Underworld Breach is expensive, but most of this deck is, if you already have, you know, Murktide, not that bad. All right, I think they're dead. I guess it's the same amount of damage to Sprite Dragon or Grapeshot, but yeah, this is lethal. So against Murktide, I've been cutting 2 Manamorphose for 2 portable hull. I like that. I like having Answer to Hers. I like, you know, that it deals with Ledger Shredder for 1 mana. Shredder can be a hard card to deal with. I do think that you can play Chain to the Rocks in the sideboard too. So I think that like a 2/2 split is fine. And just all seems reasonable. Yeah, the card was pretty cheap for a long time, but I mean, it was just like banned in Pioneer Legacy, didn't see much play in Modern. Has really had a lot of potential this whole time. Like, you could have played Breach and Prowess for, like, I'm sure some people have, but it's just been available for a really long time. Like it's really interesting to me to think that despite Prowess really falling out of the Modern metagame, it was just, like, quietly viable this whole time. In my opinion, maybe like less true because like Yorion's existence was like harder for it, but you could have also played. You also got Luris and Prowess for a while, or access to it, and also like the Heliod variants I've been working on have been doing really well, and like just you have to, you know, rework it, but that deck still exists too. All right, no Bauble, no Bauble, no Bauble. Awesome. So we do have to bolt before we play our second Swiftspear. That's okay. I think especially with the Mutagenic Growth or the Grapeshot in my hand, I'm going to hold the Mutagenic Growth. This is also just like a really premium card in the matchup. 0 mana counter your 1 mana spell. Uh-oh. Well, that's a blowout. Sad that they're on this over Brotherhood end, but whatever, I guess. Let's attack. They might just take 2. And then it's Jegantha time. Wow, they're shocking? I'm shocked that they're shocking. Blue-red plays both EE and End. That's interesting. I mean, they could just never play around Wear Tear, right? I don't know. I don't think it makes any sense to play around Wear Tear, but it doesn't. It also doesn't cost them anything, right? All right, we're just building up that Grapeshot, building up the Grapeshot. This is potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, so 10 points of damage, and they're at only if a creature's in play is this a point of damage, but 10 points, and they're at 12, and we maybe just have plenty of time. And maybe we don't. It's always so great that like in these like draw go moments, you just get to trade Jegantha for a counter spell, and just got plenty of time. Ragavan's not scary. Can answer Hearse. Shredder. I mean, it's really just Murktide that gets this. Although they have no instants and sorceries for Murktide. You know what? I think I like waiting. If we draw a land, then we get to go like Soul-Scar Mage. Maybe they counter Soul-Scar Mage. We can go like Soul-Scar Mage, Storm count for like 7 or something. Okay. So yeah, it's so good if they just cast Counterspell on this. Not the most likely. But now I can also go Bolt, Dart, Mutagenic Growth, Grapeshot. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Storm count. I think probably not correct to do it right now though. Maybe they'll like cast the bolt in my main phase or something. Alright, I think I will Mutagenic Growth here. I think you could get queued and hold it for Storm count, but this is like what the Mutagenic Growth does in the matchup, is it saves your mages. So I think just like holding it is probably just not correct. They don't seem to have another bolt. Why portal holes over Vapor Snag or Unholy Heat? Vapor Snag just bounces the damn thing. I'm a big Vapor Snag hater, but it also like answering it, like a Vapor Snag and Sanctifier. If you just don't kill it, it's a nightmare. But it's mostly to answer Sanctifier. Yeah, you could cast Jegantha that turn also. But just if they countered the Soul-Scar Mage, which was like definitely like a reasonable choice for them to do, it was really good, which is why I liked this line. I guess I'm okay with letting them connive. We have a really good chance to just kill them here. Two, 3, 4, 5. Probably Storm Counter 6. I'm hoping that they bolt the Swiftspear. Heat is worse, of course. If they had bolt, they would have bolted already. So I do think I'm going to dart flashback dart here. They have to have exactly Unholy Heat. They do have exactly Unholy Heat. But this does up the storm count to 6. So we dart them down to 11. Flashback bolt them down to 10. Then we Grapeshot them down to 4. And unfortunately our lightning bolt doesn't just finish them off. But you know, we're a lava dart deck. We have a lot of draws that can finish them off. Obviously they could also just have a Murktide here. They needed exactly heat also, and they didn't have it, unfortunately. Explosives on 1 to get back the Shredder. It's okay. Dash Ragavan. Okay, that was a dead card, so I think they can cast it actually and put themselves dead to bolt. Well, Jegantha time. Best time of the match. My third mountain is in the yard though, so I have to shock. I mean, it's the line. They've already used 2 heats also. They could have a 3rd heat, but if they don't, we get to Stonewall the Ragavan, and maybe they have to leave the Shredder back. Whoa, they're playing Breach. It's awesome. Breach is, I don't know, it's just broken. Just triple bolt me. 3, 3. All right, game 3. Rough, close game. Close. Oh, there's iteration next. All right, close game. I kind of think that maybe they don't have Hearse if they have Breach in their deck post-board. They probably have some. From Breach over Murktide. Yeah, I've been kind of messing around with that a little bit. So I've been getting like a little stuck, but hold on. It was one of these. Okay, it was this one. So like, you get, if you want to play Manamorphose, so I think you want to play Iconoclast. I think you want to play Iconoclast, which does also play well with your counter spells, and you get to play kind of slow. I don't know if you want to play Manamorphose in this version though. Manamorphose and counter spells are not the worst thing in the world, but they don't mix that well. So what I'm thinking is maybe you play like 2 Manamorphose, 2 Spell Pierce. I'm not really sure on the numbers, and then I haven't built the sideboard, but I do think that could be a good direction to go also. And yeah, a lot of other people have been messing around with that shell too, of course. Is there argument for playing Sprite Dragon over Monkey in this deck? I mean, I am playing Sprite Dragon over Monkey. Are you asking me like what the argument is because I'm doing that? But like, Sprite Dragon is much better than Ragavan in my opinion. Like, this whole deck is built around the prowess threats, and Ragavan doesn't have prowess. Ragavan is fine and playable. I've played Ragavan and prowess, and I feel like it's a worse threat than Sprite Dragon, Mage, Swiftspear, DRC, and now also Third Path Iconoclast. Yeah, Marauder is interesting too. I've been kind of wanting to find a shell for Bloodbraid Marauder in these decks, but it's obviously kind of tricky. Oh, in the Murktide Tempo deck. I see. No, I think you probably don't want to do that, but there's maybe an argument, sure. I saw they're playing like multiple explosives, so I think I'll play the dragon here. Do we just decide to lose to explosives? I don't think so. I think I'm just going to attack with my mage. No way they have it. They have at least 2 explosives in their deck. They played 2 last game. So I think what I'm going to do is play a mage, play a channeler. If they have explosives, they probably will crack it on their turn to deny any surveils. I can untap and double Swiftspear them with Breach still in my hand. And then if this, like, you know, I'll have Channeler, Breach, Mutagenic Growth if they don't have it. So they definitely have it. I think they should crack it now. They're supposed to deny the surveils. No way they have it, says chat. Do I have lethal if I find a land, if I find a fetch land? So Manamorphose, Swiftspear, Breach into 2 Mutagenic Growths is 3 Prowess triggers, 4 damage. Yeah, not really that close. We'll just go Swiftspear. I think if I had one more growth, maybe. They have the second explosives, good beats also. Manamorphose. I think I'll do blue-red. That's interesting. All right, let's just play the Channeler. I think just playing Channeler this turn and Breach plus Mutagenic Growth on either creature, I think gets the job done next turn. Is correct. They do get the connive here, which is awkward. Yeah, I agree. Not being able to block with Marauder is so tough. I really wish you didn't have that line of text on it. They also discarded Spell Snare, which would be a card that would totally wreck me here. I'm glad I have a couple portable holes in my deck against this 4/6 Shredder, but I also don't have any white mana at the moment. Do they ever attack here? There's no way. Yeah. No way. So we're really cold to a 1-mana counterspell, and they connive the 1-mana counterspell away, which makes me less than confident. And if they counter this, they get to just eat my Channeler. But I also just have to cast this. It's not... Oh, and then Dart means they can't just eat the Channeler anymore. So that was a great hit. Yeah. So some good news. Oh, no, they can't. This is a 4/6. I was thinking it was a 3/4 for some reason. Yeah, they just get to. Never mind. If Force Spike was legal modern, would it see play? It would probably see, like, less play than it should. Just, I think Mana Tide sees less play than it should also. Yeah, both of our losses, or 2 of our 3 losses, if we lose this game, will to be beat a Murktide today. Not that it's just over. And also not that we have a great chance. Can always have Vapor Snag. Dude, Vapor Snag sucks so much. Please hear my message. No, why would you play Vapor Snag over Change the Rocks ever? Okay, dead. Because you have to add a color. We're already splashing white though. The white splash is so easy. You have 10 fetch lands. It's just so easy. You need to play 10 fetch lands for Breach. It's just so free. A lot of play points. Okay. Obviously 12-3 on the day is a really good result.